Yes, so we did meet for a long time. So after a long time, we are going to have a session on business organization. Can you recognize the place where I am sitting? College. Yes, in college. Yeah, it's exactly your first MS classroom. So hope soon we will have you on board in the college, and it's very empty. That doesn't look good. Okay, so where were we in the previous class? Can anyone can just unmute and recollect on what are the topics we saw in our first class, and what are the topics we saw? Anyone? You can also use a chat box. You can type the topics we discussed in the previous session. You can put it.
Morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, 3S, 3L into R equal to 100%.
Yes, nice, good.
Next, G suit
What about the yeah? Okay, okay,
business, trade, commerce, industry.
okay,
Sorry, sir. Economic,
okay. Fine. So yeah. Yes, so thank you, Mukesh. So we have got Ashwin is telling, we saw about what is business, what is organization, and Nandini is telling what is industry, and yes, what is business. So these are the things we discussed in our previous session. Okay, so just a short recap of our previous session. So we saw about what is business. What is business? We saw about a story of Annamalai. So the business is busyness. Okay, so the business, maybe we'll have a two type of busyness: economic based busyness or non-economic based busyness. If you have a busyness, that means if you work harder or if you put effort, that generates some revenue or that generates some economic activity, that will be considered to be business. So business is a part of work or effort directed towards production of wealth. So this is a very important definition in the university perspective. So you must learn it. Economic activity that denotes a work or effort that produces profit or wealth at the end will be considered to be business. Okay, so the business is classified into three types: trade, commerce, and industry. These are the three types we have. We have it in business. So these three combination is considered to be business. So when we put a trade, we will be knowing as it is a buying and selling. This is what we known as trade. Trade is simple, but a process of buying and selling. And we saw about commerce. Commerce is all those facilities that helps the trade. For example, transportation, banking system, investor, all those things that supports a trade. That is buying and selling is supported by different uh, entities. So entity, when I say a word called entity, it is called an object. So you can make a note of it. Entity means object. So you can you can note it down, entity, because that those things are business terms, so you have to learn. Entity means a distinct or independent, so that is entity. Okay, the unique substance. Okay, so this is called entity. And we talked about industry. Okay, and we talked about industry. So industry is implies all those process. Okay, you take up a raw material, you produce the goods, and it comes in with the production, the final end product, that is called industry. So these three combination, trade, commerce, and industry, is known to be business. What is business? What are the three combinations of business? Just either you use a chat box or unmute and talk. Yes, I'm fine. Both of them. What is the combination of business? It is there in the slide. What are the combinations of business? Trade, commerce, industry. Yes, it is three combination. Trade, commerce, industry. Yes, exactly. Trade, commerce, industry is a combination of business. So you can add this point also in the business definition. If business is consisted of trade, commerce, and industry. Okay. So when we discuss about organization, what is this organization? Organization uh, is a bigger place or a small. It can be bigger or small. Anything it can be that focus on some specified purpose. For example, if I run a supermarket, my specified purpose is to generate revenue. So that the statement goes like this: harmonious adjustment of specialized part for the accomplishment of some common purposes. So a common purpose is defined in organization. For example, if you take our college, what is the common purpose of the college? What is the common purpose of the college? Yes, yeah, nice. Mukesh already went to the next slide already. Yeah. What is the common purpose of our college? Yes, our college common purpose could be education, to educate people. Yes, access, explained, Dexin told. Yes, to gain education. Yes, Sufyan I guess to gain education. Pradeep Kumar telling discipline. So we put aside it is all every organization will have some specified objective. It can be have multiple layers. For example, education institute can teach you discipline, can teach you good knowledge, can teach you how to live harmoniously. So all these things can be taught in education system or in education organization. So this is could be a common purpose. That is what we known as organization. So as Mukesh told or mentioned it before, organization is simply to put that you put men, material, machines to achieve your goal. If you take a college, yes, we have professors, we have supporting staff who help us in different activities, and we have students, and we have table, desks, classroom, infrastructure is there. So we have men, material, and machine to achieve the goal. What is the goal? To educate every one of you and to make you disciplined, to make you worthy person in the society. So these are the common objective of any organization. So a simple word, if you find this definition is harder, you can learn this. So organization is putting together of men, material, machines. So 3M, this 3M is very easy to remember, right? Men, material, machines to achieve the defined goals. Okay, then we saw about what are the motives for business. What are the motives for business? So first one is you have to create a profit. That's a very big motive. So no businessman runs for a loss. So everyone goes for profit. And the second psychological factors that is very important. So business people, they will have the urge to do some business. Even if you ask them to work for someone with the very biggest pay, they will not work. Okay, they will simply say that is not my policy. I cannot work. I will run. Even if I get 10 rupees of my own business, I will go. So the psychological factor is another important thing that pushes you towards a business. Okay. And finally, we also have ambition to provide service. Like we have got different NGOs. They also do some business, and these people will not go for profit. Instead, they serve the society. So as I mentioned, Shankar Netrali, a kind of an example. So these are the biggest motives behind business. So put together all these things, we will come to the conclusion of the business definition is it is an enterprise. Remember that business is enterprise. Okay, so it makes or distributes or provides any product or article or service to anyone, any member, to anyone it produce, and to whom it gives those who are able to pay, those who afford to pay. If I am not able to buy an Apple mobile phone, I may be going and buying an Oppo, which is cheaper, right? So whoever pays for it, I will render my service. So I will not do a free of service or free product unless and until my motto is on ambition to provide service. So this is what the whole concept behind business. Any doubts here? Any doubts? Any doubts? Any doubts? Any doubts here in this? Okay. So hope you guys taking notes. So Possibly that will be better. Okay. So you make sure you have your own handwritten notes that will be helpful for your exam preparation. And I'll also share this PPT with you. Okay, so next we going to see about business or entrepreneur. What is the difference between businessman and entrepreneur? What is the difference between an entrepreneur and businessman? What is the difference between an entrepreneur and businessman? Any idea? What is the difference between an entrepreneur and businessman? Businessman works under entrepreneur. Businessman do his own business. Okay. Pradeep, yes, Pradeep is coming to the point. Excellent. Your point is little vague, right? Businessman works under an entrepreneur. That yes, maybe they can work together. There are no issues. What is the difference between a businessman and an entrepreneur? We all talk about. We will not tell a person who owns a Xerox shop as an entrepreneur. We will call him as he owns a business, small business. But someone will call them as an entrepreneur. What is the difference? That is okay. Designing, launching new business. Sufyan, yes, okay. Designing and launching a new business. Okay. Yes, Sufyan also got. He is coming closer to the point. Good. Okay, what if Sufyan, there is a restaurant in my place that I own a restaurant called, for example, I'm telling, maybe I create a restaurant with a theme of Corona. Okay, so all the people wear mask, PPP kit, and the dishes will be with the name of viruses. Okay, is it the design and launch of new business? Will it be called as an entrepreneur? A business is existing, okay? Hotel businesses are existing already. Okay, entrepreneurs in business, entrepreneurs in business are different according to the type of activity. Yes, Mukesh, yes, Mukesh, Sufyan Sahik, excellent, Janas. Entrepreneur is one who starts with new ideas. Okay, new ideas. Good. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think we have got many points, right? So we'll take from points one to one. So Rexlin told businessman works under entrepreneur, and Pradeep told businessman does his own job or does his own business. Sufyan, yes, designing, launching new business. Okay. Generally telling businessman is who starts business with old idea. Oh yes, yes. See, there's a difference coming up now. See, Sufyan Savik telling that maybe who is that is mentioning entrepreneur is a general term. Okay, okay, fine. So many of you got your points. I hope most of you watching the chat box, you can just have a point with these people. Okay, in business word, in simple word, a person it provides a service or goods. Just he takes, for example, if I own a supermarket, okay, I get the product from Britannia. Okay, I will have Britannia biscuits and all those products from Britannia. I'll call ITC person. I will also get the product from ITC. I'll put all the Ashirwad atta, everything. My store is filled. And someone from the class comes. For example, we have Mukesh. Mukesh come to my supermarket and is buying the product, and he just goes away. So what I did, I just took the product from someone and I sold it to someone. Okay, so I don't possess anything. I will not have anything with me. Okay, I am just a middleman. I just stand between a producer and the buyer. I just stand between two of them and I connect them, kind of in a bridge. Okay, so that is what we see in businessmen. So businessmen are people who simply provide goods or service to people which they need not to possess. They will not own it. They will not tell that they will not own it. Whereas if you go with entrepreneur. Okay, so if you go with the entrepreneur, they will possess that particular product, they will possess it, they will have the product, or they will have the service with them. For example, if you take the story of naturals, how it is founded, that is a very interesting story. The founder, sorry, I forgot the name of the founder. Okay, I just googling it. Okay, C.K. Kumaravel. Okay, C.K. Kumaravel was a person who started this naturals salon. Okay, we all go to salon, right? We go for salon, for boys will go for haircut and shaving, and the girls will go for different purpose. So it was a kind of a business for people. Okay, right? He owns the anyone can own a salon if they know the techniques. Is it so? Is it right? Everyone went to saloon. Everyone went to parlor. Can anyone say that I never went to saloon or I never went to parlor? Can anyone tell? We cannot tell, right? Does anyone says that I never went to parlor or I never went to salon? Can anyone? No. Out of 37, nobody will say that I didn't go to parlor or salon. For any purpose, we might have done it. So this person called Kumaravel, C.K. Kumaravel, who's founded this Naturals, he started very small, very small, with the help of another salon person. He started it, and he capitalized the opportunity and made it as a very big chain of salon. Naturals is I think most probably India's largest salon chain. So where we have got different brands like Green Trends and Calvin Kevin's. So those are international brands. But if you take an Indian brand in salon, maybe Naturals will be top 10. So maybe they will be in top 1 also. So a businessman, he will not possess anything, but what he does is, an entrepreneur, what he does is, he will possess that particular thing. So what C.K. Kumaravel holds here is the name called Naturals. Nobody can open a branch called Naturals without knowing C.K. Kumaravel or without getting a permission from C.K. Kumaravel. So that is the exact difference between a businessman and entrepreneur. If someone asks you in the interview or anyone, I do, many will tell, I am an entrepreneur. See, they will be doing some catering service, or they will be doing some photography. They will tell, I'm an entrepreneur. I own my own studio. I'm an entrepreneur. No, that is not the case. What is the case of entrepreneurs? Entrepreneur is a person who holds he holds it. Yes, a catering person will not be a person who holds a thing. He just takes a food from market, food materials from market. He just arranges the food. He will not cook it. Surely a catering person will not cook it. A cook will be cooking it. So the production is done somewhere and the receiver is someone, and he just organizing the things. He just delivers it to the people. So there is a difference between an entrepreneur and businessman. So when we look so we will have another perception that businessmen always go for this profit making. No, that is not the case. Businessmen will not go for profit making all the time. They will not have a profit at all. Sometimes they will have a very huge profit. So there is a big difference between entrepreneurs and the businessmen. Whereas entrepreneurs will start from zero. They both come in closer in this particular thing in terms of revenue. When we discuss about the money matter, this entrepreneur and the businessman will be closer. They will be in the same. If you put them in the weight, that means in the tarasu, they'll be in the same weight machine. They'll be in the same equal. Okay, so it doesn't mean that businessman makes profit all the time. And then entrepreneurs, when we go deeper of understanding entrepreneurs, see, he binds the factors. Okay, he will take different combination. Okay, he takes the opportunity, like take this A.K. Kumaravel who founded Naturals. He take an opportunity which is already stated. Okay, the saloon is there, the parlor is there, the terms are there available, already there existing. But what he created is something from the existing. See, that is what somebody mentioned, right? Okay, someone is mentioned in the chat box. Okay, I think Sufyan told. Yes, designing and launching a new business. So that is what an entrepreneur does. Okay, that is what an entrepreneur does. So he designs it and he makes sure he pays well. Okay, he pays to people who works under them. If he taken some loan, he also have to pay back. Whereas a businessman, majority of the business people, right, they will not have many working person along with them. I know a person who owns a digital printers. Okay, he doesn't own very uh, big company or very big business. He does it with one or two employee. Even if he doesn't have any employee, the business will go because he knows the work. He just go there and he just prints and he just give to the people. So entrepreneur is person who able to pays to people. He will be paying to people and he will be having some debt from the bank. He has to pay back. So businessmen are kind of in safer zone. See, there will be some reputed revenue. They will have some kind of a fixed business for them. So they will be having a easy time with them. So this is what we have to do with entrepreneur and business people. And we are now coming to the another part. So how we can classify this business? How we can classify this business? That is also very important. So the classification of business is very important in terms of our general understanding of business and as well as for the exam perspective. Okay, so the first two classification, the general classification is industry and commerce. Okay, so we have got these two classification, that industry and commerce. So under industry and under commerce, we have got different kind of industries we have. So when we go for industry, we will have extractive industry. So you make sure you start writing with your own and okay. So industry, we got classification of business. We have got two. There is one is industry and one is commerce. And then in industry, we have got different types. Okay, different types of industry we have. The first one is extractive. What does this extractive means? The extractives are farming, fishing, and mining. These are simple example. You use the natural resources. For example, if you have your own paddy field, if you have your own vayal. Okay, in Tamil, in paddy field is called to be vayal. So if you have your own paddy field, you can grow your own vegetables and you can sell it to the people. So you extract from the natural resources. You own the land, you extract. And same thing fishing. Fishing also one of the example for extractive industry. And the mining, we all know. How many of you seen mining area? How many of you went to NLC, National Legal Corporation, Neyveli, any places like that? Anybody went? Anybody? Nobody went to NLC. Yes, natural gases. Yes, KGF. Okay, so journalistic. Okay, possible. If everything goes fine, we'll go and visit in such places. Okay, so extractive business are you extract from the natural resources and you use it for profit making. Okay, so this is called extractive business. And we got genetic industry. So make the point, genetic industry. So the genetic industry is considered to be poultry and dairy farms and the fish culture. Okay, so poultry, we all know we grow chicken in the farm. So that is broiler chicken, right? So that will be considered to be poultry. So poultry, dairy farms. We have got different dairy farms. Arvin, Hudson, all these are big dairy farms. They produce milk and milk related products. So these are the examples of genetic products. And we also got a fishy culture. So fishing is different. Fishing is different. Okay, so fishing is different and fishing culture is different. Fishing culture is also different because fishing is you go to a natural resource. For example, you go to sea or lake or any pond, you fish. Fishing culture is you artificially create a place where you can grow the fishes. So these are very good money making industries, and we need some good investment and very good infrastructure. Many people makes a lot of money in these three: poultry, dairy, and fishiculture. So different genetic industries are available. You can Google it and you can just take a note of it. This is a simple example I've given. And we have got manufacturing industries. Okay, manufacturing industry. What are these manufacturing industries? These manufacturing industries could be, they will be manufacturing cement, they'll be manufacturing iron or car, automobiles. Okay, we have seen Ford, Nissan, all these companies are automobile companies, so they'll be producing automobiles. So manufacturing companies also there. So they produce a product, they take raw materials from different sources and they produce an end material. So these are manufacturing industries. And finally, we have got construction industries. The construction industries, they build roads, dams, and very huge buildings. These are considered to be construction industry. So when we take a when we take a classification of business activities, we have two different activities, that is industry and commerce. Today we focused on industry. Okay, that is, we saw about extractive industry, and we saw about genetic industry, and we saw about manufacturing industries, and we saw about construction industry. These are the four different types of industries we have. And we also saw about who is businessman, who is entrepreneur, and we saw a general introduction about what is business overall. Any doubts? Any doubts here? Okay. Okay. That's all for the day. And thank you so much for attending the session. Those who get to pay your exam fees and college fees, make sure you pay by this week, or exam fees you have to pay by today. That's the final day. So make sure you pay it. If you're paying it to me online, you just inform me or call me before you do that. And thank you all.